What's up, everyone? Today I'll be talking about one of my favorite baits and one of my favorite techniques. Now, as you can tell, I love jerkbait fishing, right? It's one of my staples, it's one of my go-tos. People say you only jerkbait in like the fall and the winter or, early spring. Nope, I throw it year round. Hot summer days, freezing cold days, windy, glass calm, whatever it is, I'm throwing it, and it's one of my confidence baits. So just kind of going off on the generic side of jerkbaits, the staple is the Megabass Vision 110, right? Everyone knows it, everyone uses it. People cry about how it's expensive, but let's be honest here, when you're paying for this, you're paying for a fish catching machine. I've caught tons and tons and tons of fish on different kind of Vision 110s out there, and I've lost tons and tons and tons of Vision 110s as well. So my walleye cries and I cry as well. A new jerkbait that's come out is the Jackal Re-Range, right? And this has been kind of a nice new addition to the jerkbait realm. Has a lot of roll, has a lot of flash, has a great weight transfer system in it. Sounds like you snapped it off, but really you're just casting it as far as you can. And so there's, the Re-Range and the Vision 110. To add to these two, I think the Duo Realis Jerkbait fits along these two just perfectly. Now, to kind of help describe what this one does different from these two, I have to kind of describe these two, right? So, the Vision 110 is known for its very sharp darting action and ability to stay in one position in the water column and to stay nose down. The Jackal Re-Range is known for its ability to roll and flash when it gets jerked. The Duo Realis kind of bridges the gap between these two. Now, I'm not going to say that it excels at both, but it does bridge the gap. It does stay pinned down like this in the water. Not only that, but it does have some roll and shimmy and flash. Plus, having these kind of reflective patterns does help. So it kind of bridges the gap between these two. Not only that, but the profile is kind of bigger. The 110 is much slimmer and tapers off at this tail end here. The Re-Range doesn't. It stays kind of similar to the Duo Realis. But for some reason, now granted this one is the 120 size, but even with the 110 size, I find that these just kind of have, well, this is just kind of me looking up from the water, not actually being a fish, but these just kind of seem like they have a bigger profile, i.e. attracting more fish, right? That's just kind of my thought process on it. And to go along with the idea of the weight transfer system, right? The Duo Realis has weight transfer systems as well. The 110, if you look inside this +1 here, it's transparent, has two balls, and they transfer back and forth. And it kind of has this notch down here, this dip right here, where the two balls can stay pinned down there and not kind of roll back and forth when you're jerking it. The Re-Range has a magnetic weight transfer system, so somewhere up front here. I don't know what it looks like or where it is, but it's somewhere up front here. It stays magnetized here when you're jerking it and you're using it in the water. And then when you cast it, it shoots to the back here to really cast it like a bullet. The Duo Realis, I'll just grab this one. Duo Realis also has that. If you feel it in your hands, you could really feel the balls rolling back and forth, and it does feel exactly the same as what the 110 has, right? It has kind of a path for the balls to roll up and down under, and then it kind of has like a dip down here for the balls to kind of stay pinned down there. So let's see if you can hear it, but there you go. You can probably hear them moving up and down, and I'm telling you, if you think that these two cast like a bullet, then this is like an absolute rocket. It just flies out there. I fished these during like extremely windy days, and it just cuts through the wind, and it's, it acts like the wind's not there, and it just flies through there effortlessly. So yeah, just kind of summarizing up my thoughts here, without ranting, right? The Duo Realis helps to bridge a gap between these two. Now, it doesn't excel at staying pinned or cutting or darting as I guess finessey as the 110 does, right? Because this is really known for sharp, really um, finessey cuts, if that makes sense. While the re-range is known for the ability to cut and kind of roll and flash when it darts and cuts everywhere, the Duo Realis kind of bridges that between the two. It cuts, it darts really well, and it also flashes. It doesn't excel at darting as much as the 110, and it doesn't roll as much as the re-range, but it really brings together the best of both worlds. So yeah, this is my thoughts on the Duo Realis. Unfortunately, it doesn't come in a kind of mid-range runner size, right? So the re-range comes in a MR version, mid-range runner or mid-range, where the lip is a little bit bigger and a little bit wider and a little bit longer. That allows it to get to like 6 to 7 to 8 feet. The 110 has a bajillion counterparts, but it has the 110 special. And the plus one with the deeper lip has the plus 2, blah blah blah. But I found that at least for me, I can't find it anywhere. The Duo Realis does not have a one with a deeper lip that allows it to run deeper. This one I found runs to like the same depth as a regular range and the 110. So I'll wait patiently for the day when the mid diver depth Duo Realis Jerkbait comes out. But if you have the money and if you have the tackle box space for this, and you're really interested in going out and trying out a new one, I would suggest trying out the new Duo Realis Jerkbait in the 110 size, the 120 size, or the 130 size. They're great, and the nice thing is too that they offer a variety of colors. So have a fire tiger here, have like a flat, not really matte, but it's just kind of white pearl. You have a flashy white one here, and you have like your really dark black one here. They call it midnight black. So yeah, go out there and see if you can grab yourself a Realis jerkbait, and feel free to let me know if you do and what you think is. If you have some of these, feel free to let me know what you think about them, as well as feel free to let me know about some of your favorite jerkbaits down in the comment below, and so see if I'll check them out. Anyways, until next time, go catch yourself some fish.